So I talked to my therapist today, and she finally understood everything that was going on in my mind. Like last Tuesday, I had a breakdown in her office. Well, not really a breakdown. It was more like what's going on and what I wanted to deal with in that moment. And then today was like, here's what happened last week. Here's what happened throughout the weekend, and here's what's happened the last 2 days. Oh, and by the way, I'm no longer on medication because X, Y, and Z. And she goes, okay, let's talk about it. And we talked about what was happening while I was on the medication versus what's going on now since I've been off the medication. And she literally was like, sounds like this was a terrible choice for medication. And I said, I know. I said, the issue is it was so slowly incorporated into my mind, and that I didn't see it. I didn't see the signs. I didn't see any of the red flags that I typically put up, or I guess markers. Since I'm highly intuitive, I typically can see everything, right? I can anticipate what's coming. And I couldn't do that on this medication. That's a red flag. Because not being able to anticipate what's coming gives more anxiety than what I already have, which doesn't make any sense because this medication was supposed to handle my anxiety. That was the key reason to getting put on it. Now, in college, this medication was amazing. I went from having D's to A's, and it became more of a focus, and it really just kind of mitigated my ADHD and allowed me to really focus on works and what I was good at, and learning, here it is, my mind. So over the last few days, I've really learned and investigated who I am and how I react to things and how I intuitively can see patterns in my own self. And even dreams recently that have been so vivid, that really showcase of a lot of internal things that I've been dealing with. And not all of it's bad, right? Not all of it's good. But I will say, I am proud of myself for allowing myself to go through this terrible situation and coming out on the other side and learning a lot more about who I am as an individual and what cascades my brain and what actually I value and what actually I want to find hope in. There was a lot of things that I had to go through over the last week that I wouldn't put on other people at all. But I will say, I am thankful that I did it and I went through it, and I'm still here standing. And I am also so grateful to have my brain back and to be able to solve issues and to intuitively think and strategically think, and to be able to not just be irritated and to be emotionally guarded and to self-isolate, because I didn't know that's what the medication was doing. I was getting agitated for having to work with people. I was getting all this stuff in my brain. It was telling me these lies that I deserved to be X, Y, and Z, but it was really just an ultimate goal of the depression itself to self-isolate me and to withdraw myself and push people away. And I didn't know that until today, when I went downstairs and I realized, no, you should be here. this is a reminder of why you do what you do, why you put in the long hours, why you help everyone around you, why putting yourself and taking your time to do things for other people is important. I can't sit here and communicate to the staff of how sorry I am for the way that I treated them, because I didn't know I was that way. It was like my brain didn't allow me to really regulate emotion well enough to know how I was actually coming off. And I am so sorry that any irritation or any ill will you took as a personal attack. And that goes for everyone, because it was never meant to. It was my depression trying to self-isolate me. And for that, I am so sorry. I know I didn't know exactly how I was coming off. And I do have to take some responsibility for that, even with the medication. But I will say that I love what I do. And I do it for a reason. And being reminded why I do it is important. Because if I have to communicate it to other people, this allows me to be able to communicate it to other people. So I'm sorry if I ever came off negative over the last 2.5, 3 months. And before that, probably when I was on Zoloft. I know that I am more blessed and incredibly proud of everyone around me for standing strong when I was completely weak. And I had no idea. I'm sorry. The only thing I can do right now is to ask for forgiveness and to really just prove myself that I am not who I was on this medication. I'm sorry. I love every single one of you.